Ain't no funeral. It ain't the Terradome neither. Welcome to hell. Call me now for a bumper clock reading.
Mr. Lava.
It's showtime.
But what is a mistake without the lesson? See, the best teacher in life is your own experience. None of us know who we are until we fail. They say every man is defined by his reaction to any given situation. Well, who would you want to define you? Someone else or yourself?
Greetings, all divine beings. It is Witchy Poo coming back to you with another video. If you're feeling kind, please subscribe. This video was mentioned in the live on Friday where I said I had something pretty unique and interesting coming to you poos and the guys, all right? Whoever's just stopping by. So there's a lot of misconception about the Damien Tarot deck that I use. We don't really realize where a lot of these entities, spirits, and deities come from unless we really think and use our noggin to do it. And so the Rothschild, I'm going to put and flash a couple of pictures, a good set, a series while we're doing this here on the screen. Have an interesting party that, that was had, and there are photos to capture memories. So this will be under the spooky playlist. I hope you enjoy this reading. Oh my goodness. I'm going to leave it at that because I was just shuffling just to talk and waste time, but our guys has popped out. Now, I'm going to leave this to be the deity we kind of see where the energy comes from with the setting. When we have a party, it's usually a good gathering. Things interesting do happen, but not so much when it comes to costumes of different heads. So Argraz was once a member of the Angelic Order of Virtues and is now a Grand Duke in the eastern region of Hell with 30 legions at his command. Now it is raining, so if you hear a good bit of noise, we have a lot of action going down here currently in Florida with the rain coming ashore. So we're going to get right into it. I'm not going to waste another second. This is the Rothschild reading, and I want to kind of go into the heads, deities, and the aspect. Okay, so I'm going to draw 6 cards just to see what we get, and then one after there to follow it. Spirits, I know nothing about the Rothschilds. To be completely honest with you, that's how I do most of my celebrity readings, just because they're not really making movies or doing dues, all indulge into celebrities if they're not doing nothing, right? So this Rothschild, I think, has a name that stands out. And let's just find out what this party was all about, okay? All right, we got the first card is the Universe, the Great One of the Night. And that normally means what? The World card. We have to see something that's really divine. And not divine in a sense where you're going to have peace, but it's sort of world expansion. All right. Something very big in perfection. Something very big in recognition. Let's get some more, please. And then we have the Two of Swords in reverse. This is Libra energy. Lord of Peace restored. But it's in reverse, so that's it's a good signing, if not a good enough sign to see what that's about. Let's keep going, please. All right, and then the next card we have is the Two of Pentacles. So we're dealing with some sort of balance here in the future, and it's flexible, but at whose expense, at what cost? All right, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles. Something very big, as you can see in the past, with the 2 wings. This issue with you seeing some sort of domination here. Because I don't want to say, oh, this is world domination. But you can see it's practical to think that way. But this is also something that's very hardworking and committed into having some sort of power that is dark as you can see from that circle. Let's keep going here. And then we have the Six of Swords. It's another like bloom. These both look like flowers. So we got wings, we got flowers, we got a lot of swords, and a lot of power. Now this is Aquarius energy coming in, Libra standing strong, and then you've got, like I said, some sort of domination. Let's get, final card is the Four of Swords. So let's back this up just a little. All right. I'm feeling like with the universe being involved, is it really an issue with world expansion? Or is it something that we as the people are just not involved with the kingdom? All right, and then we got justice. So there you go. This party consisted of a lot of balancing out the elites that have the dough. And when I say the dough, I'm talking about the money, the moolah, the guac, the cheese. These parties consist of laws that they are now put in place with the world balancing. And it could be either way. You look at rich or poor, you can look at black and white, you can look at a lot of things that come through with the justice card at this time. And so, you know, there is some sort of karmic justice here for a specific target. The Lovers is here, Gemini energy. So you know that something was shared among the people in perfection, but only to the people that had some sort of value in this. Now, this is all past tense. And I don't know what's going to fall next here for the present. But Lord of Peace and Restored, what does that say? Lord of Peace Restored is not, you know, upright. It's in reverse here. So, oh my goodness. Let's clear this up. Two of Swords and the Two of Wands. All right. This 2 here is letting us know not only the number, but the fire behind it. There's a lot of energy that's coming in where there's fire to take control of a plan. There's also making an important decision, but they had to take the first steps in getting some sort of recognition. So like I said about the world domination, we have Lord of Dominion. That comes out as the Two of Wands here for us to really get an idea of what not only the people may be dealing with in the present that are just normal citizens, but the elite as well. Okay, so in the future is the Two of Pentacles. So we have some sort of adaptability that really needed to come through. You got the 2 and then you got the 3. There's the 5, there's the inability, and there's the target of money and a lot of weird things flourishing. I'm seeing that there's a lot of dark rooms. There's a lot of dark different doors. There's also water around, but that could just be a pool indoors. This Cancer energy is also letting me know that this 3 of Cups is a lot of feelings involved. These people are into these weird, called, I guess, spirits in order to get something resolved. And it's like they celebrate this. They're a big community of people who do dark things in dark rooms with dark energies and spirits. Now, to see that there's an inability here in a fight, I want to draw Arges is the demon that's on top this time that we just used as the basis. And then, you know, these ones always... Sorry, I dropped my crystal, my rock. Yang Gang Ganti. I say it all the wrong. Let's just call him John of the Motherfucking Fire, okay? Because that is his name, and I'm not going to keep trying to pronounce this. This is a spirit that always pops out when I'm doing those demon terror shorts that just see who's walking the earth. And if you could look at some of those images that are on the screens that are going by, this spirit comes from Brittany. He carries fire candles. He carries 5 candles on his 5 fingers. And when I just mentioned the 5, you got the 2 or 3 here. There's something in the future that is just stuck on this planet. And I'm not trying to scare or have a tactic. This is real energies. This is real spirits, right? Because you can't just think you're calling on one, whether you're in a good place or not, and that's all who hears it. What is coming along are people who have been let through some sort of trouble. Okay. So when I said that, as you can see, they had these different heads, they have to bring community and people who are also like-minded in order for something to have a shared value to go along with a perception and a perfection. This was a major choice, and I'm not sure what this is about and where this even comes from. And then there's the Hermit. There's Virgo energy. This has a lot to do with souls, guidance, and inner reflection and enlightening. Because see, when I said that people are holding fires, there was a lot of fire going on. So I don't know if that's where they gathered or until the sunrise, or it's just in general. Because when I said 9 is divine, they work on an energy that's good and then they turn it around, right? That's why we have this Lord of, he was in reverse here, this 2 of Swords. That's why we have this whole thing in the present where we are just kind of confused as people, because it's truth and information, and it's not only an overload, but it's too much for people to understand here. So in a sense, we are put down to a certain standard. I'm just going to leave it at that, because if you don't have money, you can't fit in with this crowd. The Knight of Pentacles, the 6 of Swords, and the 4. It takes a lot to even get through some sort of door. This is the Lord of wild and fertile land. And when I said about something of a big expansion, they have peace in what they have created. They're all covered in defense. Scorpio and Virgo involved in this. Excuse me, I should have got some water. But you have to realize that this is not practical for people to understand, because if you're committed to something evil that's deep buried in the surface, right? You're not going to expose the truths or light. You're just going to show a little bit to get people to come up with a wild thought in their mind. Then you come up with a wild thought. There's the 4 cups. And then you look like the fool. You're discontent and indifferent, right? These parties took a lot of different flourishing routes of boredom. And when I say that, a lot of people who were over the age of, let's just say 35, 40, were involved. There really isn't any young people at all. There wasn't back then while we're looking at these pictures, going through this whole point of the reading. But you see, the Cancer energy still comes through. And that just lets you know about the self of people with the 4, the foundation that was really laid on a platform for us here in the present not to understand. And when I say not understand, we're really not going to be able to accept what they do, because we're already too much wrapped into it. These peoples, these demons, these spirits are already let loose. Why? Because they honored them in the sense of giving recognition. And if you could understand, recognition only takes a matter of words to get, a different thing going on here. That's how you really get to a transitional period. But to understand, let's keep going. I'm sorry. I don't want to get to preaching. 6 of Swords, to understand that this was all some sort of equity and balance. Because if you're raised on evil, the 3 of Swords, there's a 6, there's a 3, you can understand the sorrow. But you really won't be able to, because you're not in the tax bracket, that they kind of follow. It's numbers, it's zeros, it's dollars. And realizing that this energy comes through with some sort of pain, but what's really repressed will never ever really come through the surface, because people wouldn't believe in this type of thing, of what they do in these different rooms and call on these different spirits too. Okay, so it's foreign. It's foreign to you, and it's foreign to me. It's foreign to everybody who don't have money, who don't have the connection to really be a part. There's a death card of this sort of event that they used to have, and they still kind of do here, but it's a secret. This is an inability for everybody to pretty much understand going forward, but this is also a fear of these people wanting like folks to prosper, regular people. A lot of different entities have been called on and let loose on this planet. in order to keep some sort of balance, in order to keep distance, and also in order to keep a sort of symbol of Saturn. I'm not even going to hold you, because you can work good with Saturn or you can work bad. But if they create a bondage on the planet, they create a bondage on the people, then you'd be able to understand. So I want to draw this. I did 3. Our guys, I'm not sure if he popped out before. John of the Fire, I know he did, but the alligator and these horns really stand out here. Let's get one more. Barbatos. Barbatos was once of angelic order of virtues. As you can see, a lot of virtues are coming through. So like I said, you have to follow some sort of bracket and rule. But virtues is now a count in a Duke of Hell with 30, again, the number 30 military units under his command. He appears as a hunter, and 4 kings sound their horns as he approaches. It's scary. It's really believable, because you could wonder where all these spirits lie and resonate with people. You feel what I'm saying? And the 9 of Swords is kind of going to wrap it up here in the final end. People have nightmares and don't know why they even happen. But it's sort of a fear that's really been put among the people. It's been a fear that's been put around the non-funded that have money to get down. And when I say that a monkey, there he is sitting back there, we've all been made a fool of, not really realizing what has been done and placed right before us, because if they wanted to keep this in secret, they could have, but they gave us just a little bit of showmanship, right? So that's really all I got for the whole reading. To clear it all up, you know, this is all negativity. Woo, I am protected. The home space mine, all that it is going forward. It's a lot. If you've never heard of the Rothschild party, then you've just got a pretty much piece of what's going down in history.